What about the books? I was thinking about like books and stuff in the school. How was it inside the school?
It was a school. It was the best we had.
Mhm.
It was okay. Yeah.
And how was it as far as dealing with racism back then? And did you? I mean, the town that you grew up in was mostly black.
Uh, well, I didn't live in the town. No, it was white. No, it wasn't no mostly black. Ain't had no mostly black town. No blacks owned the town.
Hmm.
It was a white town.
Hmm.
Black people lived in the white town. Yeah,
So how did the
yeah.
white people treat you?
I don't know. I didn't, like I say, I didn't live in the little town, but we would go to the little town. They didn't bother you because they didn't bother you one way or the other. I never encountered that the post-slavery uh, area, situations. It was not. They just really didn't bother you. You stayed your distance. You went to your black toilet, and they went to their white, and it was just the way of life.
Hmm.
So they really didn't bother you,
Right.
as far as I know.
And so,
Because we used to, well, the guy that owned the owner the place we lived in, he had a son was my age, and we roamed them hills and played all. They would come up, and look at the property. They had cattle up there, and they would come up, and they'd be up for hours. And Clay, his name was Clay. Clay and I used to roam them gutters, and play all. We'd be there play like without we didn't know what color we were.
right.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, they really didn't bother you.
Not even when we got to the bigger city in Memphis.
No, mm-mm. I came to Memphis in '61. No, I didn't have any problem with. It was not in. It was not. We were still. They were in the process of integrating when I came.
Hmm.
I don't know. You're still sitting in the back of the bus, supposed to. We were militant. We didn't sit if we didn't want to.
So sometimes you
Ah,
would sit in front of the bus.
huh?
Sometimes you would sit in front of the bus.
Yeah, we sat where we wanted to sit.
You ain't had no issues sitting in front of the bus.
No, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like they look at you real crazy. Mhm. Yeah, but it wasn't segregated. Like I say, it was just we were in the fight, you
Hmm.
know, in the '60s. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like you said
Now,
sometimes there was.
when I first went to work at Baptist, I went to work at Baptist in '65,
Hmm.
and I worked at the city hospital for a year and a half. I trained there and I worked there, and they uh, they they really when I went to work for Baptist in the latter part of '65. They had to let us come. They had to integrate. They were forced to let us come,
And work in the
Let us,
hospital.
yeah, they were. The people worked in the hospital, but there's certain jobs they didn't work in.
Hmm.
And we were the trailblazers of that OR.
Right.
Uh, when I went to work for Baptist, my I had two formal uh, co-workers that worked at the city hospital. We could work at the city hospital, but Baptists did not have any black people in the OR.
Hmm.
We were the trailblazers.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but they two came. It was two blacks went to work about 2 months, I think, 2 or 3 months, and then we went. Then two more of us went,
Hmm.
and they had some in a class. They had a class at Baptist with some blacks in it, but
Hmm.
we were the trailblazers at Baptist in the OR.
Right.
Yeah, but they were forced to do the governor's, they say you got to do it, so they were nice to us. They didn't abuse us or nothing. They accepted us
No issues with
because
white
they didn't.
coworkers or white supervisors.
Huh?
No issues with white coworkers or white supervisors.
No,
Hmm.
no. The supervisors they were all nice. They knew we were coming. I'm sure they had the meetings
Right.
and they knew what they had to do. They had to let us come.
Right.
Yeah, so they let us come,
And what
you
made you
know.
work for a Baptist or want to work for Baptist instead of the city hospital? Did Baptist pay more?
Well, they were paying more. Number
Okay.
one, number one, they were paying more. Yeah. So anyway, that was one of the reasons. Yeah, they were paying, which wasn't much, but
But it was more than the city
any,
hospital.
any amount, any amount was better, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, mhm.
Yeah, well.
I I I remember one incident. I was walking down the hall at Baptist, and they would bring the patients down, and they would leave the patients in the hallway until we were ready to take them in the room.
Hmm.
And I passed by a stretcher, and it was an old white guy on it, and he said, "Oh, they got black children working here too." I'll never, I'll never forget that. He said, "Oh," he said, "they got black children working here too." Yeah, but they were all right. They accepted us. They knew they had to, so they went on.
Right.
Yeah.
You made an amazing career out of working in the hospital, right?
Yeah.